governance expert Professor Angelo Dube joins us for more now. Good evening and thank you for joining us here on Late Edition.
Good evening and thank you for having me.
Before we get into it, can you remind us of the three pillars of government, the three spheres of government, and where local government fits into that, and the most important roles that it plays?
Right, we all know the government is set on three key pillars: the judiciary, the executive, and the legislature. And the local government would indeed, because there is an executive function to it, it would fall under the executive, and that it ought to administer the delivery of services to the people.
What are the main roles of local government, making it really important to citizens and, of course, different areas?
In terms of our constitution, the over 200 municipalities that we have that administer governance at the local level ought to, as per the constitution, provide democratic and accountable local government to the people. So they oversee the services that at the municipal level we ought to provide to the people. Largely, these can be packed on, say, 5 key pillars. There's the political pillar to the provision of these services. There's also the governance pillar and the administrative pillar, as well as the financial management pillar, and lastly, the service delivery pillar. Unfortunately, all these pillars also act as the 5 key challenges to the provision of proper local governance at the basic level. For instance, if you draw from the Indaba that happened today, you will note from the minister himself noting that the municipalities in the Republic are in a state of disrepair. The citizens are losing confidence in whether these local government structures can actually deliver on the mandate that they're supposed to deliver. And you had the minister calling, for more reforms to be brought on the table for this situation to be turned around, to ensure that South Africans on the ground are receiving the services that they are constitutionally entitled to receive, and that us as taxpayers are paying for on a monthly basis.
Now, I believe there was a 10-point plan tabled today. Can you elaborate a little bit on that, and is it possible to achieve?
Look, I am not privy to the 10-point plan itself, but if one can quickly look at the current challenges, that if they were to achieve that plan, these are the challenges that they would need to deal with. For instance, on the political front, we all know the infighting within councils remains at the pinnacle of the problems that face local government. Inter-political party divisions are also some of the issues that are afflicting our local government. Corruption, political interference. We know the issues around CFOs. You've seen a number of CFOs getting into trouble. You want to ask yourself the question, are these CFOs simply becoming delinquent, or are they hitting some political call somewhere? And when the fire gets hot, they're the only ones who are left in that fire. Divisions in caucuses are some of the challenges that we see that are afflicting our municipalities on the political front. But if one moves on perhaps to the governance side, we see that we see council meetings which are not regulated. If they can turn that around and begin to regulate their council meetings, it would take the situation it would actually reform the situation. We see committees of council that are not sitting in meetings and therefore not taking the decisions that they're supposed to take. We see poor and weak decision making coming from various councils. On the administrative side, we see lots of vacancies in these municipalities, and unless they fill those key vacancies, and filling those vacancies is not just a clinical process. We need to look for talent which is suited for the vacancies that we're filling. We see bloated structures in the way these municipalities are structured. We see poor performance management and lack of consequence management. So many of the ills that go on there go unnoticed. Okay, if they are noticed, they go unpunished. So all those in councils as it is now. On the financial side, we see so much unfunded budgets. We see an excessive salary bill. We see quite a number of most of these the councils are also indebted to ESCOM, for instance. There's so much debt that is there that they need to service. We see an aging infrastructure that they need to service, that they need to replace. So those are some of the challenges that, unless they address those, the 10-point plan will not necessarily make sense. But they have to address those challenges in order for us to see an improvement in the sector.
Prof, thank you so much. Unfortunately, we've run out of time, and I'm sure you agree with me when I say the officials have probably run out of time as well to turn things around before the elections. Thanks for joining us.